Let us discuss this example, okay, which is based on mean value theorem for scalar field. See what we have a function getting, we have some point and we have a u in which directional derivative we find here, okay. See, we have to find a value of theta which lies between 0 and 1 and which will satisfy this equality, which is a statement of mean value theorem for a scalar field. See what we have, f of a plus u minus f of a is equal to directional derivative of f at a plus theta u in the direction of u, okay. So see, things are already given if we have, okay, and we have a as well as we have u. So let us focus on left hand side. First of all, we will try to find the value of left hand side, which is f of a plus u minus f of a, okay. So let us start. So I consider first a plus u. What is our a? Minus 1 comma minus 2. What is our u? 1 1. So if you add, you know that we have to add component wise. It will be 0, it will be minus 1, okay. So then f of a plus u, what is definition of function? 4x plus 3y. That means 4 into first component plus 3 into second component. If I use this definition here, 4 into 0 plus 3 into minus 1. So which is minus 3. Okay. Now f of a we want. So which is equal to a. F of. What is our a? A is minus 1 minus 2. Let us follow the same definition. Our definition says 4 into first component plus 3 into second component. So this is 4 into minus 1 plus 3 into minus 2. So we will have this is minus 10. Okay. Then our left hand side. Left hand side is f of a plus u minus f of a. What is f of a plus u, which is minus 3, minus f of a, which is minus 10, but minus minus plus, so it is plus 10, so it is 7. So the value of left hand side is 7. Now we have to work on the right hand side. Before starting right hand side, first of all we will find its value and then we'll go for directional derivative. Consider a plus theta u. What is a here? A is minus 1 comma minus 2 plus theta. What is u here? So the u is 1 comma 1. So minus 1 comma minus 2. We need to multiply first. So theta into 1 theta, theta into 1 theta. After that we will add component wise. So we will have theta minus 1, theta minus 2. After that we have to go for directional derivative, that means actual right hand side. But there is no more space, so I suggest you to make a screenshot of it. After that we will go further. Okay, so let us find right hand side now. Right hand side is du f of a plus theta u. Let us apply the definition of directional derivative, which says limit t tends to 0 f of a plus theta u plus tu minus f of a plus theta u divided by t. Okay, so this is equal to limit t tends to 0 f of a plus theta u we have already calculated. So it is theta minus 1 theta minus 2 plus t. What is our u? U is, yes, 1 1. Okay, 1 1 minus, okay, let me remove this part, it is not required. Just a minute. So this is f of a plus theta u, we have already calculated it, it's theta minus 1 theta minus 2 divided by t, which is equal to limit t tends to 0 f of, what will I do? I will multiply first and then we will add, okay. So yeah, it will take time, but no need to worry, okay. We will multiply, we will go step by step. F of theta minus 1 comma theta minus 2 divided by t. So this is equal to limit t tends to 0 f of, now we can add component wise, right? So theta plus t minus 1 theta plus t minus 2 minus f of theta minus 1 theta minus 2 divided by t. So we have a space here, we will use that space. So which is equal to limit t tends to 0. We have to follow the definition. Definition says f of xy is equal to 4x plus 3y. That means 4 into first component plus 3 into second component. Same thing I am going to do. Okay, I am going to find its value. So 4 into first component. Shall I write directly? First component is theta plus t minus 1. I am going to multiply it by 4. So we will have 4 theta plus 4t minus 4 plus. Now I am going to multiply second component by 3. Definition says. Okay, so 3 into this one, that means 3 theta plus 3t minus 6 minus. Here we will do the same. 4 into first component plus 3 into second component. 4 into theta minus 1, that means 4 theta minus 4 plus 3 into theta minus 2, that means 3 theta minus 6 divided by t is equal to limit t tends to 0. Let us simplify it. 4 theta plus 3 theta, that means we have 7 theta. 4t plus 3t, that means 7t, and minus 4 minus 6, which is minus 10. Okay, what we have in this bracket here, we minus 7 theta and minus 4 minus 6 minus 10, but again there is minus sign outside. So when we solve the bracket, minus minus plus we will have, so plus 10 divided by t. Tell me, can we cancel anything? Yes, obviously we can cancel 7 theta minus 7 theta. Minus 10 plus 10 will get cancelled. So this is limit t tends to 0, and here we have 7t divided by t. So tt will get cancelled. So limit t tends to 0 and we will have 7. But if you apply the limit, but 7 is a constant, no? So we will have 7 only. So what is our right hand side? 7. Okay. Make a screenshot of it. After that we will go for next part of this problem. Okay, but what we have, the given thing is we have this equality. Okay, we have solved this left hand side and right hand side, and we have got their values also. So here we have calculated the value of left hand side is 7 and value of right hand side is also 7. That means both of them are equal, we know. Getting? See, that means it indicates this is true, this equality is true for each value of theta lies between open interval 0, 1. So therefore I will mention it is always true. It is always true. So that means, therefore, given equality holds for each theta belongs to open interval 0, 1. That means there is no any particular value of theta. It is true for theta is equal to 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 for each value of theta which lies in that interval, open interval 0, 1. So here we have completed this example. Make a screenshot of it. After that we will stop. Thank you. Bye bye.